What is up, all Barcelona fans and football fans? Back again here with a video and a preview to tonight's game. Quickly directly to the lineups and all that. I was gonna do more video leading up to this, but I had a busy week, so I'm sorry that I couldn't do it. But I've had a busy week so far, and also last week too. So, but let's talk about this now. Tonight is a big game. This is the biggest game of the season so far, 100%. It all comes down to tonight, whether we can really compete or not. And we are definitely in a good form at the moment, at least. I think we are doing fine. We're doing well. We've been winning a lot lately, and we've been doing decently well. Great results in some games as well, like the Atletico game and the previous round for the Champions League as well against Napoli. I think we've been doing decently well. We've been handling ourselves well. The players have been really stepping up, especially the youngsters. But tonight is a different deal. These guys are always prone to just swivel their way in, and their fans have been talking mad shit to us. They've been really. I'm not gonna go into it. Not today. Not on this day. I'm not gonna go too angry. And also, by the way, happy Eid Mubarak to all the fellow Muslims out there who are celebrating today as well. Hope this past months have been a true blessing for you, and that everything keeps going well for you today and moving forward as well. You're blessed and happy. But now, the PSG fans have been talking a lot of bad stuff towards us. They've been absolutely just disrespectful, and that's why we need to punish them tonight. We need to show them who's the real bigger club here. Who's the club with the history in the Champions League? Who's the club their only path to success have been oil money? And even with that, they have barely done anything but domestic league titles. They have not done anything but past that, except for that one lucky Champions League final a few years back. That's it. Nothing else. They have done nothing. They have proven nothing. They had, despite all the stars they had literally the best player in the world in their team, and they still didn't have the right tactics to get through and do anything right. Like, they've had stars throughout the years like Edinson Cavani, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and now Lionel Messi. Freaking Di Maria was there from who else? They've had Thiago Silva there, David, he's and like many others like that. Sergio Ramos. They've had big players throughout the years, but they have managed nothing. Tonight we shut them up and keep them quiet. We have to do it. Enough of talking. Tonight we show it on the pitch. We have to, all the players have to be ready, have to be motivated, have to go pressure them like full force forward. And if we score, we need to keep going even more to try to get even another one. We cannot sit back at all. At least not until we're like up at least a few goals, because we cannot be letting them in to this game. They need defense and need to do their best and close off Mbappe. They need to do the best that they can to do that, as well as Asensio and Dembele on the sides, because they're the one front three for PSG. In the midfield, they have Kang and the Korea and a few other, the normal stuff in the back. They have Marquinhos and shorts like that, and Donnarumma in goal. And they're missing a few players. They're missing Hakimi. They're missing a couple others as well. Like, I don't remember all I don't keep up with their team, but they're missing a few key players here and there. But our team should be good. We have the best possible team, almost, at least, with the exception of Gavi and Balde, of course. But almost we have the most strongest team we can have, with Frankie and Pedri returning tonight. Frankie even starting. So this should be good. Our lineup is as this, like, in back, of course, we have Ter Stegen in goal always. Then we have Kunde at left back. Then we have Kubasi, and we have Araujo, and then on right back, I mean Kunde, right, and then on left back we have, if I didn't say that, we have Cancelo, and then in the midfield, now returning to the to the team, Frankie De Jong. Then we have Gundogan, and after that we also have, which is a little bit of a controversial now and make everybody worried now. But I'll give Xavi a belief. I'll give him a doubt, and I'd like let the game play out. Hopefully, I have believed that even though yes, he's not been always the most reliable. I'm hoping tonight will be different. Right there beside him is Sergio Roberto, but I'm giving him a chance tonight. I'm giving it a chance because at least we have Frankie back, and there's clearly a game plan in there with Xavi, and maybe if Christensen was not good enough now to start, maybe some can argue then like, oh, why didn't you start Fermin Lopez there instead? But who knows? Xavi knows the best. He knows what works for him. We would hope so. Let's just wait and see how it goes. I'm hoping though, even with they're hoping that midfield can be solid and good and very creative enough. That's what we need tonight. A lot of pressure up front and very creative. Up front, we have the usual, mostly usual as of late. Front three, we have Lamine Yamal, of course, the kid. We have Rafinha as well at on the left, and then we of course in the center we have Lewandowski. So that's a strong lineup, and it's good when we have a backup on the bench. Like Christensen is still on the bench. We have Pedri on the bench. We have Roque. We have João Felix. We have Ferran Torres. Right. We have Fermin Lopez. All right. We have Inigo Martinez. We have a good, solid bench as well, and good depth in the squad. So tonight, I'm hoping that we can get this done. I'm not expecting a blowout result, of course not, but I hope at least we can get away from here with a win, with a proper good result, like a 1, like a 2-1 or something. Just get the win, and then we can take it home to the Montjuic and really finish it off there, and really show them how it is to make somebody tremble. Because their fans, ultras have been talking all day, saying that they gotta make us tremble, they gotta make us feel. No, and talking all this and that, and say that we get help from the referees and all that stuff. It's just empty talk, and we need to shut them up tonight. We need to show who we are. We need to show what we are, the best team ever. Like one of the best, if not the best team in the world. Like we need to show them why we are Barcelona, why we have this rich history, why we have one of the greatest clubs ever, why we have done all that we have done in the last 20 to 40 years. That's important. And I'm hoping we can show that tonight. Close off Mbappe. Don't let Dembele get the ball on the sides. And just control the game and go forward a lot. Take care of every chance we have. Just like we did with Napoli in the second leg. Like we did that there. When we started that game so brilliantly. We need more of that. But also, this time, when you start like that, don't sit back after it and keep going even more. Because then, back then, in that game, we sat back after that and we let them in, and then we conceded. We can't do that here. But just like then, like we did with Farah and Oshiman, holding them off, we need to do that next time with PSG's with the big front three there. We hold them off, control the game, put pressure, more and more pressure, go forward, because they will be trying. They have a certain play style that can benefit us, because they when they go, we can get in between pretty good. So we need to exploit it. We need to make sure to get it. Xavi needs to get the tactics right tonight, and the players need to get their mentality right and get their finish off properly. Because Luis Enrique is probably gonna do some attack football in that sense, because that's been doing PSG. So he knows us, but we should show that we are good, how good we are, and that we are better than them. If we can get out of this, just not losing, I'll be very happy. Preferably a win. Another win, it will be fine. But in the end, if it does go down to a draw, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I would preferably want a win, even if it is a 2-1 win or something. It's still a win, and it will help us so much going into the second leg next week. It will help out a lot. We need that. We 100% need that, and it will make things much easier and much more comfortable for us, and take a lot of pressure from us, away from us, going into the second leg. We have a big chance here if we can get past PSG, going to the semifinals. We will be 100% the favorites there in the semifinals, because either Dortmund or Atletico Madrid, we can do this. We have a big chance to really get past them, because Dortmund is not the most strongest team ever. They're good, but I think they're not not good enough to get past us. They'll give us a, not sure, but I think we have definitely far enough bigger, higher quality to get past someone like them. Though the away game will be a little bit like with their fans and all that, but I think we can handle it. And with Atletico, well, we already know how that is. Oh, that's we have already seen this season. We have beaten them twice. Last time, just a couple weeks back, with 3-0. So a few weeks ago. So at their stadium as well. So it's just, we have a big chance here to get through to the semi-final and then into the final as well. I'm not saying we're gonna go all the way and win this tournament. I'm not saying that, but at least get to the final will be good. But we'll worry about the semi-final or getting to the final that later. Now we focus on getting there to this. So now we're focused on winning this first leg, and then we'll take it to the Montjuic and finish it off properly next week. And also, one thing that also worries me a little bit is the yellow cards. Many of our players are one yellow card away from being suspended from the next game, and that worries me a lot. It wouldn't worry me out too as much if weren't for who the referee is. It's Anthony Taylor. One of the most stupidest, most just annoying referees from England. He was almost like the England version, or like the what's the word, equivalent, right? He was almost like the English equivalent of Matteo Lahoz, almost. Maybe not as horrible in that sense, because Lahoz was a little bit much, like, yeah, you know, more corrupt in that sense. But when you just look generally, we tell you how you give away cards, so many yellow cards all the time and all that stuff, you can see the similarities there. He gives a lot of yellow in the Premier League, always. So I'm just hoping tonight that the players can be very, very careful. And you know that these PSG players are going to be diving like crazy all the time. You know how they are. So they need to be careful. Especially Kunde. Not Kunde, I mean Araujo and Christensen and Frankie. They are the ones who need to be, if Christensen gets subbed, then they are the ones, like, three of our most key players that we cannot miss out on. I'm okay if Roberto misses out. I'm even okay if Ferran Torres misses out. But and also João Felix is also another one who could be. But if one of them is, I'm okay. We have plenty up front that can that we can do something with. But those three, Frankie, Araujo, and Christensen, are super important for us. Yes, we know we have Pedri, we have Fermin in midfield, and we have in the back we have Inigo and stuff. But then nobody's as stable as Kunde in the I keep saying Kunde. Nobody's as stable as Araujo in the back. In that sense, playing perfectly alongside Kubarsi. It's just it's a whole thing there that they need to be careful, extra careful, especially them. No, at the start now in the start now it's just Araujo and Frankie who need to be very careful. Well, sure, everybody else too, but I don't know. Maybe Kunde was one too. I don't remember if he was. It could be him too, but whoever else is there, all those key players, the main key players, they all need to be careful tonight, because it's so important we have this strong team as well next week, so we can finish it all up. If we lose any of those key players, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. I don't know how it looks on the other side for PSG. How they look, which of their players maybe could be in that situation too. not in, not entirely sure with that, but it's a lot. Just I'm hoping tonight teams will go perfectly away. I'm nervous, but I'm also very confident in the team that know that we have the quality to get past this PSG team. This PSG team is not better than us. They're not overall better than us in terms of players. We have better players on paper. We have the strongest one, the stronger like background and stronger form. Like we should be able to do this, but it's just up to that one thing: mentality and will, and the passion that the players will have. That's what it comes down to, and the tactics, of course, from Xavi. If everything, only one of those things works perfectly, we're 100% going to beat them. I believe so. Like I always be very very strongly believe to be beating them. Then, if everything works out that way, if everything of that works well, I cannot see how we wouldn't be able to get past a team like this, who doesn't have that many like big, strong started players in the team. It's only that front three that really is their main source, like, or especially Mbappe and that one player who is their like main weapon, their main source, like that, like in on the pitch. But like when I look at that defense and the midfield, I don't see anything that's that could be better than ours that we can get past. Like no disrespect to those players, but overall with players that we have like Frenkie de Jong, Gundogan, Christensen, Pedri, like all those type of players, and they have a few others. I don't even remember some of their names, but there's one here and there maybe that's like okay, but it's a far difference. So tonight, it's a big if, and it's a big like must for us to really get this done. If we fail to do that, then it's not gonna be looking good next week either, and it's not gonna be looking good for the rest of the season either. So this is the defining moment, really, and I believe in the team that they can do it, because I know we have the quality. We have done good so far. We did it against Napoli, even though they were not in a great form either, but we did play great there. We did it against Atletico Madrid in the league. We have done plenty of good stuff throughout the season, though some bad stuff as well, but we are, at least in the moment, I know that we have the quality. you have the quality to get to the semifinals. So let's hope we do that. Yeah, well, and also they have been playing more games than us. They've been having to play throughout the whole of last week, like from last like Sunday before that week throughout like this whole night last week. They have like 2 games, one in midweek and one this past weekend now as well. So while we after we finished off our game against Las Palmas, they have had 3 games. And we have had just a whole week off for us because there was no game this past weekend because of the Copa del Rey final. Also, by the way, congratulations to Athletic Bilbao and Ernesto Valverde as well, our coach. Very well done. He's been leading that team very well, and all the best there. They're looking to try to get into the Champions League spot for next season, so we'll see how that goes. They're trying to find with they're fighting with Atletico Madrid to hold that spot, so the 4th place there. So yeah, they have had more time to they have had to focus on other games, and we have just been strictly focused on this game. The players had rest; they've had time to prepare, focus and train for this. So that's a big advantage as well. So that we need to use that. We need to know that. We need to use all their weaknesses to get to our advantage and go out there and perform as brilliantly and as great as I know that we can. Just in those first 15 minutes of the second leg against Napoli, how much intensity, how much force and great pressure we put there, how wonderful we play in there, and how brilliant we play against Atletico Madrid as well in the league. Those type of performance, like in that kind of sense, that mentality, that's what's needed tonight. So let's hope for it. Let's hope for the best, and let's hope we get that done and we can just celebrate something good tonight. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like I believe in the team and I believe we can do it. So yeah. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. A little bit longer than I expected first, but still not too long. Hope you guys did enjoy this. If you know, you probably want to throw a ball during the game, but if you do enjoy the content here, leave a like down below and also subscribe if you're not done that already, and press the notification bell to get notified next time a video comes up. And yeah, let's hope for the best tonight. Let's show PSG what we're made of and what we can do. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Let's go tonight. FCBarcelona.